YouTube, it's been a minute. Everything has come to a conclusion. We're supposed to have gotten this video with Myron up a while ago. But, as I've said before, as he can attest to, time gets away from you. Before it's Monday, you're thinking about doing something. Before you know it, it's freaking Wednesday night. Like, man, I thought I meant to do this video 2 weeks ago or whatever. But anyways, we've reached the end of the journey. We are at Prime Springfield Terminal right now. Parked at the campus Inn. Just got him checked in. Say what's up to the people.
How y'all doing today?
Just got him checked into his room. He gonna start his...
Say what's up to the people.
Say what's up to the people. Start his PSC class tomorrow, right?
Yep. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock a.m. And CBTs and all that whole process of upgrading to the AC. And then next week he'll be picking out his truck and I'll see him out here on the road. So, guess we'll recap the experience. So, for you, the training experience, I know the only other video we did, you said it was light years better than what you experienced at Swift, but now that we've come to...
about Swift, no,
no, I'm just saying, like, you were just saying it was at that point, you were surprised or satisfied and everything. So now that we come to the conclusion, your take on the experience process, how you progressed along and whatever comes to mind.
Well, it's been a fun journey. A learning experience that I think everyone should at least try at one time, see if they like it or not. Also have to have a good trainer, someone who tells you how to do things and shows you how to do things, not just tells you. Because when I first got on the truck, we kind of like, I wasn't agreeing with why I couldn't do this or why I couldn't do that. But then as time went on, I had to thank him and apologize and say, man, thank you for not letting me back that truck up that day at that dock, this or that. So don't just rush into it. Listen to your trainer, and because they know what they're doing out here. You can't just hop in there and say, well, I can straight back, I can do this, I can do that. It's different when you get out there in that dock and it's dark, it's raining. You need to listen to your trainer.
Yeah, he came out and apologized like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I owe you an apology, and I was like, for what? He's like, man, I was pestering you about letting me back, and you didn't let me back the first week. He's like, man, I wasn't ready. And that's what I had told him. Like, not that you won't ever be ready, but it's like the first couple of weeks we ended up at some spots at some shippers and receivers where it was tight. And I was like, man, I don't want you to back up and you're not ready for it to hit somebody's truck. There's an accident on your record. You know what I mean? Now you already got a knock against you, and you haven't even got out here on your own yet. So, everybody's first experience level varies. So, he picked it up pretty quick though. Like, it went from me telling him, do this, try this. Some of the things I told him, he understood and he could adapt to it and implement it. Some of the things he just had to do on his own. So I just, we was at one spot and he was like, man, just let me do it. Let me just make my mistakes and do it. So I just stood back and let him, remember when we was there? And I just like, man, just keep going. Just back in, pull out, circle around, just keep going. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have anything else to do.
They sure did, yeah.
So I just said, man, just keep doing it. You know what I mean? So after a while, you got to figure it out on your own. You got to find out what works for you. But like you said, you got to listen to what people are telling you when you're training. So, as a student, he picked everything up fairly quick. It really wasn't too many issues. He was just excited at first. He wanted to do everything.
Yeah,
Let me do it.
Eager.
Let me do it. I was like, you're going to get your time, brother. You're going to, like, the last couple of weeks, I haven't done anything. Like, what was it, yesterday?
Oh, you were asleep.
Yeah,
I did everything.
I fell asleep. And normally, like, I just get up just to be up. But, like, I was knocked out, and I woke up and we was riding. And I was like, you got everything done? He was like, yeah, got all the messages sent, made the call, we rolling. I just went back to sleep because I already knew he knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He picked it up, so proud of my dude, man. He picked up on the shit real quick. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be cussing. Sorry, JJ. He picked up on it real quick, man. He ready to get out on his own. I just told him, take your time. There's no rush for anything. Rushing leads to mistakes. Mistakes out here driving these trucks can
be deadly.
Be as simple as bumping a yellow pole or flipping a truck over. So you gotta take your time with it. But what was the hardest thing for you to pick up on, or what caught you off guard that you thought would have been easy, ended up being a little bit harder than you thought it was going to be?
Actually, honestly, I say, let's go back to the first video that we made, together.
You have 5 hours and 39 minutes of recording.
It would be trying to figure out what a four-wheeler is going to do. If you think that four-wheeler is going to cut you off, 9 times out of 10, it's going to cut you off. Just coming here on my last run, coming back to Springfield, right on the interstate, somebody stopped in the middle of the road, and I had 44,000 pounds on my back. And trying to stop 44,000 pounds, you got to be conscious that you have that up behind you.
What did they stop for?
A dog. Stop for a dog in the middle of the interstate, and I have 44,000 pounds. You got to be aware. You got to look at your surroundings, and you got to be ready to use that brake, use the Jake brake, and you got to be able that you're not going to, crash or hurt no one. You can't just stop all of a sudden, because those trucks are not going to stop all of a sudden. So for anybody who is a new student and you're getting out there with your trainer, you watch JMV or this video helping you and you want to do this, please be mindful that that weight is really hard to stop. Really, really hard to stop. You can really feel it. And,
this is what, it takes people a while to figure out. In regards to the four-wheelers, people in the cars do stupid things. Like I was telling them as time went on, just expect them to do something stupid, man. Like you said, I was in the back sleeping. Well, I was up. I had just woke up, but I was in the bunk with the curtain closed, and he had to slam on brakes. Like, I was, for a second, I was like, are we about to hit somebody? It was like that hard. And he was like, man, they stopped for a dog, and I believe it because I've seen it. I've had people stop for a dog or a duck, like on the highway. Like, you can't just stop because there's not to that point where you're going to come to a complete stop. We rolling 60, 70 miles an hour. People come to a complete stop because it's a dog. Like, look, I like dogs. You know what I mean? But I'm not about to cause a 5-car pileup because this dog is in the road. The dog is getting ran over. All you animal lovers, I'm sorry, but the dog is getting ran over. You know what I mean? Why is the dog in the middle of the interstate anyways? You want to sit here and get mad at the guy that ran the dog over? Whose dog is it? And why is that dog in the middle of the interstate right now? So, that all comes with the territory. You got to think for the people around you, unfortunately. But that's a part of the job, because they're going to do stupid stuff. And I told you, I was like, man, you know what? It took me a while to learn it. Mm-hmm. When I was talking about being in traffic, you get tired of people getting in front of you.
Yeah.
And as time went on, me personally, I started seeing these drivers who are usually older just leave all this space in front of them. We're in traffic. You're not going anywhere. So trying to run up, stay bumper to bumper with the car in front of you, people are going to cut you off anyways. They're going to see that 6 inches of space. You're just going to see a fender come in front of you. So you just...
And also, hold on, I'm going to say this. I mean, cut you off.
I was done.
When you're driving with your 18-wheeler and you see somebody about to get on the highway, you think that they're going to yield to you. They're not going to yield to you, okay? They're going to ride right beside you, in the last minute, they're going to try to get in. You can slow down for them, they'll slow down too. You speed up, and they speed right back up too. So, as a trainee, the hardest thing for me, and it will be for you probably too, are the four-wheelers.
Yeah,
but as far as technicalities go with driving, I would say, I had a good trainer. I mean, I give you props on that. I didn't really, I just followed what he did. I saw what he did, and I duplicated it. So if you're going out there with your trainer, he know what he's doing. Duplicate what he's doing. Don't try to make up nothing. You driving the trailer. Remember that. You're not driving this truck. You're driving a trailer. And other than that, man, I had a wonderful time. I hate to get off the truck. I tried to stay on the truck, y'all, but he kicked me off, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Gosh. So, look, man, the money is not being up underneath somebody. The money is being by yourself.
Kicking me off the truck, but that's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad, going to get out here, do my thing or whatever. But I mean, I had fun, man. It's a real fun experience, man. I saw all the United States. And I had a trainer who trusted in me. I remember one time we was going up Tennessee Mountain, And I said, man, I just took over. I said, man, Jay, the daggone road is like almost parallel to the daggone mountain, you know. He was like, yep, close the curtain and let me handle that. You know what I mean? I mean, we talk about that all the time, but I mean, I had some good training and I enjoyed it. Real talk.
I mean, like I said in the last video with you in it, and the last video I made where I spoke about it, where he picked up on the driving down the highway. The first time I put him behind the wheel, which was the first night we left, he was fine. So I was like, okay, well, he can drive the truck straight down the highway. He can maneuver the truck. These situations you're going to deal with, you know, road conditions changing, you showed me that you know how to drive the truck. You know, so the biggest thing we had to work on was the procedures on this Qualcomm and backing. But driving, like right out the gate, he was fine. So when we ran across some situations that were adverse, he's like, man, you know, the road's a little rough. It's like, all right, make it happen. Okay. Don't crash the truck, my dude. Like, you showed me that you can handle it. And my truck is fine. We didn't hit nothing. You know what I mean? So he obviously did what he's supposed to do, like I expected him to do. So, you know, but like he said, as a trainer, like, it was my first time training a student. So I appreciate that, you know, he feels that I did a good job. And I think it shows in how he's picked things up and he's able to do things on his own. But it was my first time too, so this was a learning experience for me. It was interesting. It was about what I thought it would be. I'm a generally patient guy. I'm not really overbearing.
I give you that. You're very patient. I tell you what. I'll tell you that.
I didn't think I was gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? As long as, you know, my student was respectful, like I gave him the props on many times. You know, if I get somebody disrespectful, then you want to get him off the truck. But like, things I asked of him, which wasn't a lot. I didn't have a friggin' 10-page list of do's and don'ts on the truck. You know, most of the shit was pretty
common sense.
Common sense, pretty
was raised with common courtesy.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the biggest thing was.
Oh yeah, hold on. Do not look. You get in your trainer's truck. Whatever you do not have your shoes on.
That's what I was going to say. That was the only
thing.
Try
to walk to the back.
That was the only thing, man. Just leave the shoes up front.
I didn't understand that at first. I was like, man, what the? But then when you got these truck stops, people just dump things out they trucks that you won't believe that you stepping in or stepping on.
Gas,
and yeah, everything.
Everything. So, you know, leave them shoes up in the front. Hop in the back with the socks on, because that's your little living area, and you're gonna implement that in your truck too. Like, man, leave, you know, somebody get in your truck, leave them shoes up here, man. Because when you get out of bed in the morning, once you get in your own truck, even on here with me, but once you get in your own truck, you get out of bed, you just hop down. You don't want to be stepping in all that, whatever you stepped in your shoes. So that my trainer wasn't like that. That man went straight back there with the shoes on. I was like, yo, I gotta get up. That's another story.
Oh yeah, trainees, please respect this truck. Please respect anybody truck that you get on, because it goes a long way. You know, it'll make it can make or break your training process and your procedures. Because if you don't have respect for the truck and the trainer, he's not gonna have any respect for you, and he's gonna get somebody else, and you got to start all over again. You gotta respect their trucks. Yeah,
it's a two-way street, man. Like, you know, you hear stories about trainers who, I thought that was. Is that a dude or no. Hear trainers talking about or you hear stories about the trainer being overbearing, disrespectful. You got that out here. The respect is always a two-way street, man. You can't be a trainer and demand your student give you respect like you a 5-star general, and you treat him like he's what they call a grunt.
There you go.
That's not gonna work, man. You two grown-ass men or adults, you know, in a fucking. Excuse me, I done cursed again.
Man, JJ, forgive him.
Yeah, please forgive me, son. But in a box, you know, you gotta have that mutual respect, man. So, but to conclude, man, all in all, for me, the training experience, it was fun. You know, when you by yourself, you get used to being by yourself, but it's nice to have somebody there every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, you get bored. You know, you tend to get lonely. I'm just that person. I'm fine by myself, but it was nice to have somebody else there. You know what I mean? Somebody to talk to, somebody, if I'm in a situation where I'm feeling uncomfortable, I know, look, this dude got my back.
We're gonna check up people. Do that fat break. If you watching this, I meant that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying me, because you feel me? Yo, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But look, you gotta hold your own out here. You feel me? You're gonna walk to some truck stops there. They look at you like you from another country. You feel what I'm saying? You with your trainer, y'all gotta go back to back if you gotta go back to back.
My man said, we walked in one spot, he said, Here I come, 6'5",
Yeah.
black dude with dreads, and then
I come looking like
the
Humdu Allah.
me.
You feel me? They wasn't trying to feel that, you know.
They looking at us like, what these dudes about to do up in here? They about to rob and bomb us up in here. But I mean, on some real,
we have to wait in line long. Nobody we
but that's real. Like people want to ignore that. Like I mean, overall, I made a video about this a while ago about racist situations I encountered. Overall, it's fine. But you get into some places, you can feel it, man. People look at you like
Iowa. I ain't trying to.
The middle states.
Man,
the middle states, bro.
I went to some places where they haven't seen us in like since TV, and that's the truth. You know, you walk into some places where even some shippers and receivers, they got their little attitudes or whatever. So what I did is I killed them with kindness. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he does. Because
I kill him with kindness. But Jay, he got the attitude. You know, like, oh really? Okay, well, I'm not spending my money here. Let's go. And we was, he didn't spend his money there. I'm from Georgia. I spent all my money there because they ain't really, they don't know what they're doing anyway. You know what I mean? But in the conclusion of that, man, I want to say, Jay, thank you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I'm on my own. You should have saw me when I walked up in here. Like, you turn up the Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, my man he's like, they about to roll out the red carpet for me.
And y'all check out JMB videos, man. I watched them from my couch. Now I'm in a seat. I'm going to be driving. It can happen. It can happen.
You're going to holler at me if you got questions, man. But, I got to get you that paper. But, I mean, I'll probably be looking for another student, man. If somebody going to be here in the next couple of months or interested, I got to vet you out because, I mean, this dude, we hit it off, you know what I mean, right out the gate. So it really was an issue. I can't be dealing with no tomfoolery, you feel me? But I'll be getting another student, but I won't be having nobody out here in the wintertime. Like, I'm not doing that. I got to be solo dolo out here. I can't leave my life in the hands of a rookie driver, you know what I'm saying, and in some type of snowstorm. That's not going to work for me. But like I said, all in all, to conclude the video, good time training, man. I'm proud of my dude. He picked up everything quickly, man. So, prime, thorough training process. You feel me? I really ain't got too much to say, man. I'm getting ready to let him go in here and relax. I'm about to go back over to the camp, or not the campus, the campus in now. I'm about to go back to the Springfield building. Get my APU worked on tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning. I'm going to roll back up out of here, but I'll be checking in on my dude. I ain't worried about him. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I had the best trainer. No doubt.
So.
Oh, yeah, hold on, man, before you go. If your trainer ever tell you to stop for some food.
Oh, hey, my man.
Hold on, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I didn't stop because I wasn't comfortable pulling into there because it was real tight. This man almost kicked me out the truck the first week, y'all. If your trainer tell you to stop, wake him up and stop, all right? Hey, peace out, everybody. I forgot
all about that. Was it a Wendy's or a Taco Bell? I was like, yo,
if Jay hungry, that tells us about it. He was like,
I said, hey, you know the Taco Bell was like 5 miles back.
Hey, when somebody just stare at you like this when you driving, you might be about to get kicked off the truck. All right?
Like, man, at the end of the day, man, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. But
I told him what happened.
That's what you have to tell me. That's what you should have told me.
This video went way longer than it's supposed to go. He did the right thing, though, man. He did the right thing, man. So once again, it's my dude, Myron. He about to be out here doing his thing. I'll be getting another student sooner or later. But till next time, people, as always, y'all.